it's Scotty P with Scotty P Gaming. Today we're coming at you with another Life is Feudal tips kind of video. Sorry about the guy running in the background. But today's going to be a pretty short one because we're going to talk about attributes. I didn't really go into much detail in the last video. If you didn't see that, it'll be in the description below. So let's jump into it. When you are playing Life is Feudal, let's see. If you go to here, and yes, I know I've got a head wound. It will be taken care of eventually. Um, just down here in the corner are all your attributes, where you have strength, agility, constitution, intellect, willpower, and luck. These determine pretty specific things in the game, and it helps when you're trying to set up a character, of kind of judging how you want to build your character. If you look back into the last video, you'll see the slide bars and stuff like that, where you're able to set up your character more specifically to what you want to do in the game. Because again, I would highly recommend choosing your role first before getting into the game, and that's probably the biggest tip I can give you, is trying to figure out what you want to do while you're in the game and then build a character based off of that. So let's dive into what these stats here mean. Actually, most of the stuff is on the wiki page, and I will pull that up. And this is the wiki page, so when you get here, scroll down, and you can, all these little quick things, just click on attributes. Most of this information is on this page. Um, it kind of tells you what factors in for what. But let's see, let's break this down a little bit better. So your strength, let's go to another one because I don't, maybe it's under stats. There you go. If you click on stats, you can kind of follow along with where I'm going with this one. So we'll start off with strength. It says right here, each point of strength determines effective equipment weight by 5 points. Affects stamina spend when wielding weapons, does not increase attack damage. So basically what you get is, for every 1 point that you gain in strength, whether you're starting your character and sliding that little bar, or if you're just gaining it as you go, for every 1 point you'll get 5 points of effective equipment weight. That doesn't mean that your capacity in your inventory and your bag is going to increase by 5. This is literally just stuff that you can carry on your person, stuff that you can actually equip to your person. So if we jump back in here, so this stuff that I have on this guy, um, including all this, is all my carrying weight, which is here. So my weight is 9 of 41. So every time I get a point in strength, this will go up. So I'll be able to carry more, carry heavier things, carry better weapons. Let's see. Yeah, if you look at this, I have a knight sword. If you look at the knight sword, it tells you all the basic information. Then it'll say skill, and then it says required strength. So certain weapons require you to have at least, like this one, you have to have at least 15 strength just to be able to use it. So little things like that. So it doesn't affect your inventory, it just affects how much you can actually equip to your person and how much you can use. But like, with that being said, just because I have a over 15 of strength doesn't mean it's going to add to my attack damage. It just means that I'm able to use that weapon. Then we'll drop down. Let's go back to the wiki. Then we'll drop down to agility. Each point of agility increases movement, speed, and accuracy by the following formula. Now this formula is blah, 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 that. Just crazy things. Basically, what it means is, for every point of agility that you earn, your movement speed will increase and your accuracy will increase. That's pretty straightforward. This is just kind of giving it to all the people who want to break it down even further on how your accuracy is going to be found. Um, but this helps a lot with bow and arrows. So if you're going down the slinger route, you're going to want a little bit better agility, just because you want to be able to shoot a lot more accurately. Movement speed is always good. If you're tracking something, hunting something, you want to be able to at least catch it. Or if you're trying to run away from somebody and they, what we like to call skipped log a day, you'll be able to outrun them and get away a little bit better. One of the best ways that I've done is during the first judgment hour that they did, I really had nothing to do, so I literally walked up to a log, picked it up, and dropped it, and just did that for the whole judgment hour. So my agility skyrocketed. It's not on this guy, it's my other guy, which he didn't even need the agility, but either way, it definitely helped. So picking up logs, dropping logs, and then picking them up again is always good to increase your agility. Um, so that's going to help with your movement speed. Next, we'll have Constitution. Each point of Constitution awards one soft HP and one hard HP. Each point increases equipment capacity by 5. So again, every time you get 1 point into Constitution, your soft HP and your hard HP gain 1. Now, what that means is your um, hit points, which is determined by the red bar, which is in most games. You have a top bar and you have a bottom bar. If you look here, because of my head wound, you'll see that my top bar is at 120, but my bottom bar is at 101. Um, this is your soft and your hard. Your soft is on top, your hard is on bottom. Your soft HP is what's going to drop first whenever you're being attacked by anything. Whenever your soft HP bar goes to 0, you just pass out. If it's your hard HP bar goes to 0, then you're dead. So that's a little bit better way of looking at it. So if you're getting attacked and your soft HP is going down, when you hit 0, you're just gonna pass out. So yeah, for every point of Constitution, you'll get 1 point for your soft and your hard. Your willpower. Let's go back to the wiki. Each point of willpower awards 1 soft stamina, 1 hard stamina, and carrying weight bonus by 2. More specifically, you get 1 carry weight bonus at the 0.25 and the 0.75 marks. On top of that, you can carry double the weight limit. So each point of willpower effectively gives you 4 carrying capacity. Total carry weight with that much willpower is 640. So willpower is what determines your stamina and determines how much you can carry in your inventory. So every time, just like Constitution, every time you get a point in willpower, your soft stamina and your hard stamina goes up by 1, which is determined by the yellow bar, as you can see here. And then your willpower will also affect how much you can carry, which right now I'm at 166 is my total. You look at your willpower, if you look down here, I don't have a, let's see, I might have a willpower, there we go. My willpower increased by 0.01082, and yes, that's really how this game goes. Since I'm over 30 right here, it goes a little bit slower. Once I hit 60, that'll be even worse. Once I hit 90, it's gonna feel just what's the point until I get 100. But with that being said, my willpower, when I hit 0.75, that also gave me 1 more in my inventory. So now every time you get 0.25 and 0.75, you get an extra point of your inventory space. So that means effectively just like it said, every point that you gain in willpower, every complete point, you will have earned 4 inventory space, which is really good, especially early game. You're going to want a decent amount of inventory space because you're going to be grinding, you're going to be moving dirt, you're going to be moving rocks, you're going to be doing all sorts of stuff that you just need to do to advance in the game, and inventory space is key to doing that a little bit more successfully. I wouldn't suggest dumping, just trying to max out your willpower off the bat. You kind of want to spec in some other things, but just keep in mind willpower is fairly important early game. Um, but since you do get a point of carry weight at 0.25 and 0.75, it does kind of help speed that process along if you're doing tasks that actually do willpower. Um, Next up, we're going to have the intellect, and each point of intellect awards you 2 to your skill cap. So what they're talking about here is, if I go here, um, this is the crafting screen. This is my skill cap bar. So as you can see, I have a skill cap of 430, and I'm at 335 or 355. I can't, yeah, 335. So once I hit 430, that's it. I can't gain any more skills unless I increase my intellect. My intellect right now is 26, which is giving me an extra 31 points. So the higher your intellect, the more you're going to be able to put skill points into your trees. It seems like it should be important out the gate, but since it affects the late game, I don't feel that you should try to spec any harder in intellect. Use those points for willpower or strength, depending on what you're going to do. If you're going to be working, if you're going to do a lot of things with weapons, if you're going to be a combatant, basically, you're going to want some strength. Willpower, like I said earlier, is super important early game to try to get your pockets bigger to be able to fill them with more. So intellect affects your late game. I've played this game for over a month now, and this is it. To be fair, though, this character is my second character, so I really have only been playing him for like almost 2 weeks. And with that, though, I'm still not even at my cap, so that slows down a lot once you get over 60. So all these things that are starting to get over 60 takes a lot longer to grind up. So it's gonna take a good amount of time to reach that cap, and you're gonna be doing activities and stuff that increase your intellect anyways. So that's just eventually going to increase. I want to say most people start around 400. So with that, I've already gained about 30 extra than I did when I started this character. Um, so that's something that's super helpful. Also, it's different for your combat. You still have the cap, but you're at a totally different skill bar. So just because this is up to this doesn't mean that I can't spec into here. So they're two completely different things. So the higher your intellect, the more diverse you can be as a combatant, and different armors that you can wear, because each different thing can wear different armors, um, which is pretty cool, and that gives you access to a bunch of different weapons and stuff as well. So just keep that in mind. Your crafting and your combat are going to be different skill bars. Um, the last thing that I want to talk about is your luck. Um, it says when you scroll over it, it says slightly affects all your actions. Basically, whenever you get jewelry, you can put 2 rings and an amulet on. This increases your luck, which increases the chance that you will perform an action faster. It increases the chance that you'll find more like region-specific things, or if you're doing mining, eventually once you hit, I believe it's 60 in mining, you get this little extra percentage, or you get a percentage to actually find gems while you're mining. So this will also help slightly with that. Um, Basically, it just helps speed along the process. If you can get your hands on some jewelry that can bring up some luck, I would definitely suggest doing it. Because like I said, it's pretty cool. Like when you're doing a power hour, if you have power hours, um, to see an action that you're doing go like 2 or 3 seconds quicker than normal. Um, it's actually pretty cool. But that's really it for the attributes portion. It's a simple little dive in. Your strength is going to be based off what you can carry. Your agility is going to be based off of, or your movement speed and stuff is going to be based off your agility. Um, Hit points is your constitution. Your will, intellect, I guess we'll go in order of the screen. Your intellect is your skill cap, and your willpower is your stamina and your inventory space. So, pretty simple stuff. That's going to be annoying listening to him saw that out, because you can never make a video in this town without someone doing something next to you that's really loud. So that's going to be it for the attributes. I'll dive in a little bit deeper on the next video. I'm going to go into each of these skill trees. Um, this character that I have has jumped into the artisan. My first character is into nature's lore, and I have a friend that can talk me into the hunting stuff a little bit better since he's more experienced in it. So I'm going to run some things by him, check that out because he's doing tailoring. Um, but yeah, so that's going to be coming up next. I'm trying to get these videos out faster. It's just work has been crazy and time has been limited. Plus, I'm also playing Assassin's Creed Origins while trying to maintain these characters and keep them up with everyone else. So it's a busy, busy schedule that I've got. But hopefully, within the next week, I'll have at least all three of these videos done. And then we could start going into more of the combat stuff. So we can dive in pretty deep on some things just so everyone has a clear understanding, whether or not they're just planning on getting it before the Steam release, which should be this month. So I'm trying to get these videos out, just in case some people want to look up some stuff before they buy it, because that's pretty much what I do. And hopefully these tips are helpful, and hope that you guys appreciate them. Please leave comments in the comment section below. I'll leave the link to the previous video and the wiki in the description below. Check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/ScottyPGaming. Some info will come up there. It'll also show you whenever videos are being posted. Um, Subscribe to the channel. That's the biggest way of supporting me to get me into these videos, to get them to you. And hit that little bell icon. That'll actually show you exactly when my videos are posted. You'll get a little notification saying, hey, your favorite YouTube guy is making a video and wants to share it with you personally. It's like your own delivery system. But that's going to be it for this one. If you have any comments, if you think I've gone over something that you're still confused about, or if you have any questions, hit me up. I will gladly answer them. But until next time, guys, that's going to be it. Peace.